She's like a little country. See that? And in this country, you know what they have? They got oil. See, America loves
the
oil. So you know what happens?
So it goes and gets some.
He asks for some, but then he says, either you give me your oil or I'm gonna have to destroy you. And so that's what happens. They die. They take all the oil. They take the iron.
Yeah.
They take every natural resources.
Everything they got.
The richest country ever.
Even the fish for that they got there. They take the fish for
No.
You see,
They give it under democracy.
Yeah, and then this is
established democracy now.
Yeah, all this down here. This down here is
speak into it. It's the might.
They already destroyed a country that had like several years of stability under a monarchy or dictatorship.
Democracy. That's yeah.
You have a thing to comment.
Yes.
Big USA.
America's already destroyed thousands of nations that already had stable governments, either under a king.
says.
What about Hitler?
Then the moon
He
was
did nothing
like,
wrong.
you
He
tried to
just
blow
failed
me
art
up.
school.
So he's like, the moon.
You can't look at me. Look in the camera.
How you gonna look at the camera?
And then the moon was all like,
Is that a JoJo reference?
Maybe.
What's your comment on Hitler?
Wait, what? We're talking about it. Hold on. Gotta stop drying this moon twice. What was the question?
What's your comment on Hitler?
Oh, that guy's a bad guy. Here, I'll show you.
So your opinion on Hitler is completely different from his.
Yes.
So this guy,
Oh, he's doing a new diagram.
this guy's name is Hitler.
I'm gonna
But-
put this on my YouTube
But
channel.
Hitler's fake name.
Normal teens in high school.
Hitler's fake name
What's the
is
channel?
actually Candos.
Greece.
Candos, and then Candos has got legs. They kind of look like a fish stick. So it's got it's a corn dog that's also a fish.
I should go protect my privacy.
They got corn fish sticks, dogs.
They look like penises.
What do fish look like? Fish fricka. It's fish fricka corn dogs.
What about the African kung fu fighting?
Corn dogs. You see, Candosler is
Candosler.
they say N term,
Why are you looking?
and then they hold the N term with their little graspers, and then they throw the N term at what's that country that's under the big one in the
Is this South America?
the west? No, the east, the other way.
China?
What's under
Korea?
that?
Korea.
West?
India.
What's the one that's under the big one? China.
Vietnam?
Korea.
All right then. They throw the N term at
Wait, both north or south?
all of them, all three.
All two.
Korea's.
Reese, your penis. And then this is Korea, specifically spelled with a
So
W.
racist.
Yeah, that's how you spell it. That's a V.
That's about right.
So they throw the N term at Korea, and Korea is all like, well, if you're gonna do that, then a wall. And then they put up a wall, and then they're like, no.
There's Nihongo.
You know what this really is? It's a hot dog. They're
Don't you mean a corn dog?
Candosler is realizing.
Is that Canis from Phineas and Ferb?
No, that's Candosler. It's Hitler.
It's Canis is Hitler.
Korea realizes that
She's got the same forehead.
their continent is really a hot dog with some relish on it, but the relish is cheese. And you know where cheese comes from. We all know where cheese comes from.
My ears?
The cheese comes from the bugs. The bugs. You see, that's
Those are just.
an ant right there.
That's not an ant. That's a horrible,
that's-
debilitated human.
That is Ant boy.
What kind of ants have you seen?
And he's
Ants don't have 3 body parts and then a head. It's 2 body parts and a head.
the
you ever
anti
seen the
boy
Ant movie?
has these
Yeah,
little.
have you ever seen ants?
The ant. Yeah, no. The
It's
anti
based
boy.
off of A Bug's Life.
The anti boy who's got little.
It is A Bug's
He's got
Life.
the little thing. The anti boy is all like well, I guess I gotta use in his other hand, so I didn't draw yet. He uses
What the hell?
he takes this little thingy called
I'm gonna get demonetized.
a tongolo. Tongalos. This is a
None.
tongalos.
I'm not verified.
Tongalos.
I have like
It
20
takes the
subscribers.
tongalos and
I haven't made a video in over a
it
year.
mixes it with its other hands, which I also haven't drawn yet.
you
With
used
the
to
What?
How much money
with-
you used to make?
I didn't make any
with
money.
some of Kendos's fish fricka corn dogs.
Yeah, I think it gives
Any
this.
salt.
I don't know.
Fish fricka corn dog, and then it adds them together, and so you get a cheeseburger.
Flint Lockwood? Where's Flint Lockwood in all this?
He's,
Flint Lockwood is Candace Lur's scientist.
I'm glad you remembered that, because
no, he's
I
doing
should draw
something.
the Flintstone Fleur.
Flimps of the
It's a
Oh,
Flintstone.
Daniel's in the game.
Ooh, my competition here.
Where are
Or the coochie.
Coochie at?
Oh, that's gonna be a big
Where are
slide
Coochie
fast. And so the Flintstone Fleur, which is it goes into
That's
the
just a-
atmosphere.
that's
It's
just a
not,
dodo.
It's not. It goes into the atmosphere,
That's a dodo.
and it's got like Santa.
That's a dodo.
It's got Santa. Santa is not.
Santa's not real.
What do you do? I'm Santa. And he's
That
like-
is not
It's
Santa.
clearly Santa. You
That's
see his,
not
you see his
Santa.
beard there, and so he puts
That
in the,
looks like the Grinch more than
he
Santa.
puts in the code.
And the last time I knew,
He puts in the code.
Jim
to the
Carrey is
Flintstone
not
Fleur,
Santa.
and it's all like, and it's all like,
why did you draw a penis?
this is Big F,
That's a penis.
Big Connoisseur,
That's a penis.
Big Connoisseur, and then Santa is all like, without Connoisseur.
nice.
Karen, where are the kids at? I want to see them. Please, Karen.
Oh, menacing.
What is this even for?
You know the other part of relish. We all know they've got the cheese that I don't know how to say that. We all know that along with the cheese, you gotta do the other part of it. He's calling me a nerd down there. The other part of the cheese comes from the end term itself. I learned that in Dr. Reina's physics class. Candos's helmet is actually made out of, Candosler. It's made out of,
You need to get straighter paper. This is too gay of paper.
Shrekali.
Shrekaliosicus.
Shrekali's
Founded by the mythical
can't.
Canis.
We all know where Shrekali's can't comes from, but I think the thing we're forgetting about here is the corn. So let's go back. Let's talk about the corn.
Top
some more.
quality.
You see this down here?
God, not on this paper again.
Well, that's a farm.
That's not
All right,
a farm.
you
That's
see-
lines.
Reese, that's a farm. All right. Then
Okay,
that's
as
a
someone
farm.
who used to live
That's
next
a farm
to a farm.
after
No.
corn. After the corn was harvested.
How dare
from
you
the
sit on
farm.
my bag, sir?
So that goes there. But
ass
people
is barely touching it.
people keep asking me, where does the corn come from? Where did the corn originate? And we all know that evolution doesn't exist. So
No, it's Australia.
I'm wanting to kill you tonight.
if you add the theories of
I can't believe you slept in my bed.
evoluciones,
I'm telling you guys. Delaware
Yeah, that's what I
doesn't
said.
exist. Wyoming doesn't
Plus,
Evoluciones.
you add the theory of
exist. Conspiracy theory.
Wyoming,
That is true. That is fact.
then in reality, you get something called corn.
I fucking hate you.
He's supposed to use to kill himself.
This is what happens when too much corn starts to arise in the environment. And so, so cornolution. Cornolution has to do with time, so it's got little symbols that tell you what the little nut. So the cornolution can eventually lead to death. Death.
Yes, and
Death.
a notable example is John.
Ooh, that guy got affected by the cornolution.
Yep.
John Epstein got affected by cornolution.
Dude, move your goddamn
Now,
knee.
I realized that I
Out of
didn't
my
really
space.
explain how they can the fish ricotta, but that also has to do with the corn. The corn is all like, well, just
been doing this for
little,
10 minutes.
little nuts on the
How
corn.
does he have ADD?
Little nuts on the corn. They go, and that's a spy. That's a
What the
that's
hell?
a spy.
What's out of his mouth?
that's a camera. That's a
centipede
zoom
from
in.
Sekiro.
That's a zoom in.
Oh,
to
that makes way more
a little.
sense.
It's got a little.
Can you draw the gorilla from Sekiro?
No, he's got
Do it.
Boogie, and that's
Look at
not
your
allowed.
skills.
That's a little gun. So
In his mouth?
yeah, it's a weapon. And so he's got little Spidey boy eyes. But this,
Looks like
how do I
dirt.
spell this? Sky.
Skydey.
So
Mr. Blue Sky.
somebody once asked me, why is the world rolling down a hill?